Hi, my name is Megha, and welcome to Couple of Expats, the channel where we talk about living, studying, and working in Finland. And if you've been here already, then welcome back. In today's video, we are talking about the 5 reasons I enjoy working in the Nordics. I work as a marketing coordinator in the health tech industry currently, and these are going to be my views. Now, it's important to mention that when I say that Finland has a certain trait, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's exclusive to Finland. Many other countries could also have this positive aspect, especially other Nordic countries, but these are just things that I have noticed in Finland as an Asian woman. Whether you're considering moving to Finland and you're curious about how it is, or you want to learn a little bit about the Nordic work culture, today I'm sharing the 5 things that I have observed in 5 years of working in Finland. Now, the quietest month, hands down, in the whole year in any office that is located in Finland is definitely the month of July. During the month of July, at least half of the office, if not more, is on holiday, and it is quite typical that people take holidays almost the whole month of July. Now, what I like about this is the fact that it is basically every employee's right to take holidays, and employees don't necessarily have to feel bad about taking the holidays that they deserve. So in this working culture, you do not have to fight or beg to get holidays. If there are any Finns watching this video, they might not even understand, like, why would you have to fight for your holidays? But that is a thing in some parts of the world, and yeah, I just like the fact that it is quite standard that when you work full-time in Finland, July is the holiday month. What this basically means is that during the month of July, business is slower than usual, and it's a common understanding that people will take longer time to reply. You maybe don't send many emails to people during the month of July, and it's time for relaxation and spending time with the family in the sun. Now, what I personally feel is that Finland literally also thrives on July. They recharge their internal batteries during this month because it is so cold, rainy, and, well, quite frankly, depressing weather much of the year that Finns take this time to really recharge their batteries. And whenever we have actually worked throughout the summer, we've noticed ourselves having low internal energy batteries when the winter comes. So I think it's quite important that July is a holiday month here. Now, the second thing that I really appreciate and I think really helps me perform my best is being able to openly communicate with supervisors and bosses. The hierarchy in Finland is quite flat, so you don't have to think too much about reaching out to your supervisor. I definitely feel like this is something that my personality, I like the flat hierarchy in Finland, and it helps me be better professionally. So how does a flat hierarchy translate to real life? This means that I have been able to voice ideas, feedback, and even concerns that I've had openly. In India, the hierarchy basically works in a way that people who have more years of experience, they have seniority, and like the people who are starting out are considered juniors, and the more experience you gain, basically how hierarchy works in a lot of parts of the world. But the thing is that when there isn't such a strict rule about hierarchy, it's much easier to also communicate with not only your boss, but also colleagues who might have much more experience than you. And that just makes it easier to learn because you can ask somebody who has a decade more experience for help and constantly learn from their experience as well, and it just makes the learning process much easier, in my opinion. The next on the list is that all professions are equally respected in Finland. So what I mean here is that individuals can choose what they want to be in life based on their own interests and not because of what is respected in society. So at least what I've seen in Finland is that you can be an electrician or an engineer or a doctor or a nurse, and they are all seen as individuals who are contributing to society. And people do not judge people for different professions, and I think people are okay with choosing different professions based on their own interest, and certain professions aren't considered better than others. Now, I genuinely believe that the Nordics is the place to be for people who want balanced lives. Now, what do I mean by balanced lives? I mean people who are very invested in their careers, but at the same time, they want to be home in time for dinner with the family, make dinner together, and also have time for a hobby. So in Finland, it's not just about the 9 to 5, but also the 5 to 9 after work. And quite frankly, there's very little people who work until 5 p.m., especially in the summers. In Finland, most people are done by 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and they're out the door to be able to spend time with their family and other hobbies. We were recently discussing this with a friend, and we both agreed about how much of skill development we've been able to do because schedules in Finland allow it. So, for example, we have invested most of our free time outside of the working place making content. So, of course, making YouTube videos takes a big amount of our time. We are scripting, filming. Chris is putting the videos together, so the editing and post-processing of the videos is something that takes a lot of our attention, and we have learned so much along the way. Other than that, I am learning Finnish, which takes some of my time. We are going to the gym, all of which would not be possible if we were working non-stop. So that's also because of the balanced life in Finland. We've also noticed that in Finland, if you are capable and interested in independent work, that is definitely something that's also possible in Finland. Of course, first you would have to demonstrate that you are capable of working independently, but other than the case of the occasional micromanagers, usually working independently is encouraged. Being independent is very part of the Finnish culture, Finnish way of life. They are taught this at a very young age. And I think this just translates also into the work life of being both a team player and working independently. Most supervisors have enough on their plate, so they aren't going to necessarily keep an eye on every employee they have constantly. And it's also part of trusting the employees to be able to do their job. Now, you have to be both competent at your job, and also if you don't know something, it's just expected that you will ask, because they are not going to be offering help all the time, but you are the one who is going to have to ask if you don't know something. So after 5 years of working here, these are my 5 top things about working in Finland. Now, what are your top aspects of working in Finland that you've noticed that wasn't mentioned in the video? Leave it in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel about life in Finland. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video, and that's it for today. See you next time.